anyone that has a comment about the agenda items this evening. Okay.
Sorry, we signed up to speak. Is that okay?
Oh yeah, yeah. This is the time.
Okay, great. Sorry, it's not about agenda item. It's just to tell you guys that Putnam County Health Department is changed their school liaison position a little bit. I'm Eva Miller. You see the other board members as your employee. Well, this time I come to you as a school liaison for the Putnam County Health Department. And in the past, they've had a liaison that was nursing based. Right after COVID, people, they needed a lot more. And they helped out the clinic, and they did wonderful things there. When that position came open again, they decided that they wanted an educator in that position. And we have great plans to offer lots of opportunities to the schools. Matter of fact, I just bought some books. I would love to come in and put books in the classroom. There are grants available from the state that I've been able to pass on. Cloverdale, their high school is having a brand new high school club because of some funding that I was able to pass on and their counselor took advantage of. So we just wanted to let you guys know about that opportunity that schools and the health department can have a partnership, and our office manager is here to tell you about.
Hi, I'm Tia Kirchner. I'm the new medical office manager of the health department. And I just have some cards and some updated immunizations that the kids are going to need to receive. Now, we do have a vaccine trailer now. So if parents can't bring kids to come see us, we can come to you guys. You guys just let us know a date. We can make sure to have a trailer here. We can use our parents. We can do faculty as well, shots. I mean, that's not a problem for us. So we're just kind of here to let you guys know we're here. Reach out to me, let us know what you need, and we'd love to help you sponsorship as well with the sports. I'm really highly wanting to do that, just to help out with the community.
Great.
So just get a hold of me this evening.
No, we appreciate that. Thanks.
No problem.
Anyone else have any comments? Okay. Thank you very much. Next item on the agenda is organization of the board. And the first thing is election of board officers.
I would like to have the privilege to recommend that Mike White be president. Vice president would be Mr. Ed Wilson. Secretary treasurer would be Brian Cox. I would make that as a motion.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Next item is the school board appointment as legislative liaison to the ISBA.
I'd like to make a motion for Megan Inman.
Second.
Okay, a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Next item is to appoint the corporation treasurer, Kelly Romer, finance director.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Okay, a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes.
Kelly was squirming a little bit there. It took a minute.
It was
About.
too long of a pause.
It's the Irish in me. I don't know what to tell you.
Next item is to appoint the deputy treasurer, Shelley Gardner.
I would make that motion.
Second.
Okay, a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Next item, to appoint the high school ECA treasurer, Tina Williamson.
Second.
Okay, a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Next item, to appoint the corporation attorney, which would be Michelle Cooper of Lewis and Kappas PC.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Next item is to establish the date, time, and place of the regular school board meetings, which I believe no one has any changes they would like to make.
Nope.
And does everyone seem to like the 6 o'clock thing as opposed to 7? Yeah, okay. Because we just changed that a few months ago, so.
So fourth Monday of the month,
Yep.
6 p.m. The one exception is in December. It'll be December 18th, and it'll be the third Monday due to winter break. So that's the only exception.
Right.
This school year.
I make a motion that we keep everything the same as is with Mr. Gibbons' exception in December.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Next item on the agenda is the approval of the consent agenda, which consists of regular meeting minutes from July 26th, 2023, the allowance of claims, the financial report, and personnel reports, part 1 and 2, which are published on the website and the front door.
Make a motion for approval.
Well, we need to,
No, you don't need.
not quite
Oh,
yet.
sorry.
Okay. Mrs. Roman?
Yes. Okay, in your finance packet, we're gonna start with the two payrolls that were in June 2023. First was dated June 9th for a total payroll of $410,292.86. And then along with that came the federal and taxes and retirement for the June 9th payroll, $120,295.25. The second regular payroll was dated June 23rd for a total payroll of $393,792.53. And taxes and retirement for that payroll was $119,498.86. Did anyone have any questions about the payrolls for June? Alrighty, we're going to go ahead and move on to some prepays for June. And per every year, we have a lot of renewals, subscription renewals in June and July. So you'll see some higher, vouchers for those months. You're also going to see, we had 2 bond payments for bond 2021 and bond 2022 in June. And then you're going to see some that we paid in July. You'll see those next month. But these were for the 2 bond payments, the 2 new bond payments. Let's see, kind of looking through here really quickly. I don't think we have anything else major on here. Did anyone have any questions about any of the prepays that we've got in front of you tonight? No? Okay. We've got total prepays for June 2023, $1,237,735.86. And then next in your package, you're going to see a list of claims dated July 24th, today, 2023. Again, a lot of new subscription for online platforms, that type of thing. The big one you're going to see on here is for a curriculum package for $208,537.47. That's for the curriculum package that you approved a couple months ago. We, of course, always have property insurance, transportation insurance, all those type of things during the month of June and July too. So you'll see those on there this month. Along with that, you'll see the math curriculum that you approved a couple months ago, along with some furniture for the high school science labs. That furniture is being paid out of ESSER 3 funds, so those won't be coming out of any of the operations funds. So total for claims dated today, July 24th, 2023, is $725,103.76. Did anyone have any questions about the claims for today?
Not me.
Nope. Okay. Alrighty, we'll go ahead and move on to the fund report if you're ready. Balance at the end of June 2023 in education, $3,311,555.36. Balance in operations at the end of June, $2,085,046.53. If you go back to page 6 in your finance packet there for the fund report, you're going to see the balance in all funds is $10,663,764.62. Next in your packet, you're going to see a balance to fund statement. That's basically saying that all of our funds within the school and our banks are all in balance. The middle there, you have the grand total for all funds, and then you also have the grand total for all banks. And you'll see all of those numbers match. That's exactly where we want to be. And then in your, as far as the fund report, we've got the fund transfer report. We've got the education ops transfer that you see every month. We also have the school lunch transferring from $8,400 to 800 for 38,444.70. And then the other two transfers again are just me moving some money to one bank to another to pay bills. Okay. And then finally, in your package, you're going to see bond expenditures for bond 2021 at the top. You've got the expenditures for June 2023. So far, at the end, as of the end of June 2023, total expenditures for bond 2021 is $22,138,474.27. And then the next one down is for bond 2022. You saw that we had just one expenditure last month. For total expenditures at the end of June 2023, $3,055,179. And pending any questions, I'd like to submit for approval.
I have no questions. Does anyone have any questions for Mrs. Romer?
I have nothing.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Before we go to approve this, was there anything you wanted to talk about on the personnel report?
Yeah, so we have one of our individuals who's listed for approval or hire tonight by the board, and so Adam Mickle. We interviewed and met with him for our Director of Student Services position at Greencastle High School. He has an administrative license, doesn't have a counseling license, so thus it's not the Director of Guidance position. But we're really excited for Adam to work with our counseling department, work with parents and students to help us build out our counseling program at the high school. He has a wealth of experience. Currently, he's employed at the IDOE as a social studies content specialist. He's helped around the state with things such as the standards review, helped oversee the early learning intervention grant, was responsible for overseeing course titles and descriptions for K-12. So he has a lot of knowledge and experience that we think will be beneficial to our students and staff in the pathways, career workforce. We're just really excited to hopefully have him join our team here. Did I miss anything, Becky?
No.
Anything you'd add? Okay.
Okay, can I get a motion to approve the consent agenda?
So moved.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Welcome.
Congratulations.
Next item on the agenda is reports. First from our Assistant Superintendent.
So I'm just going to update you on our new mentoring program and our staff orientation format. So in the past, we've really focused on the orientation day on programs and devices. I'm shifting that focus now to really be what are we and who are we at Greencastle, so that they have a better understanding of what we stand for and who we are for our students. They will be introduced to our admin team, meet important people who they need resources from. But the thing I'm most excited about is we're going to take a tour of the district. So we're going to see all of the different areas that our students come from. We're going to see different areas in the community. Since this was my first year at Greencastle, I didn't really know the area very well, and April was actually the first time that I'd ever even been to any of the elementaries. So I really think it's important for our new staff to have an idea of where our students and families come from. In addition to that, they're being paired with mentors, veteran teachers, who they'll meet that day. And then also each quarter, they're going to be meeting with their mentors and myself, and we're intentionally going to be working with them on specific things such as how do we finalize grades, classroom management skills, instructional strategies, things like that. So teacher retention is a hot topic right now across the state and the country. So we want to make sure that we're supporting our new staff as much as possible. In addition to our new staff, we're really going to be looking at our existing staff to build that leadership capacity within our district. We had 2 open admin positions this spring and summer, and we did not have any internal staff members apply at all. And that's an issue. We need to grow our own. And so I will be working with our administration team to offer more leadership opportunities for our current staff that we have and continue to foster that growth and development for all of our GCSE leaders. That's what I'm making.
Thank you. Next, the superintendent report.
Yeah, so I'll be brief this month because we'll have a lot more with the opening of school next month. But I just wanted to share financially. We've kind of hit the halfway point for our budgeted year, and all of our expenditures. We remain on a good path to where we're not overspending. Cash balances remain healthy, and we'll continue to work to make sure that we only spend within our limits for the remainder of this year. Kelly and I have been working already on the 2024 budget. It's probably my favorite time of year to already work ahead and prepare for the 2024 budget. And overall, things are looking nice there as well. I did want to share, obviously, that we're going to welcome back staff on August 2nd with the district meeting and breakfast before releasing them to their buildings to plan and prepare for the return of students on August 4th. Registration is obviously open and has been ongoing, and I sent out a message to our families to share with them that they might notice something a little bit different this year when they go and register their students, and that's that some of those big expensive fees that they've paid for in the past are no longer part of registration, because textbook and other fees to access the curriculum, obviously that was a big change in the legislation, and the legislation is going to partially fund some of those expenses, but we can't pass those costs on to families. And then just obviously the final thing is we're working to punch out some of the areas that are part of the building project end of this week, beginning of next. So we're punching out the middle school science labs by the end of this week. So they're coming along, they're close. They're working on some finishing touches. And then at the high school, pretty much the entire second floor, we'll be punching out those classrooms. There'll be 2 or 3 classrooms that we won't have at the start of the school year because they require more extensive work. But then the high school science labs will also get back. So working on punching those rooms out. I think that's the end of this week, beginning of next. And we're going to start releasing some teachers back into those spaces soon too. So that's really exciting. On top of driving past the high school, starting to kind of see the final shape of the building take form. Everything's moving along really well there. There's still a lot of work yet to be done in the connector. In McNally itself, we're going to begin the year with only 2 locker rooms in McNally. We'll have a space for volleyball indoors and a space for football indoors, and then we're going to use some of the stadium locker rooms for some of our other teams. But we'll start to gain additional locker room spaces throughout the year. But overall, things are moving very fast and very well there. So it's an exciting time.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Yeah, the middle school driveway will open up. I think the city, they wanted us to wait 7 days as opposed to 3. So I think on Friday Friday or Monday is the day that opens back up. Just want the concrete to hit the strength. So yes, the middle school entrance being shifted to kind of create an intersection with Mill Pond and to add another lane for traffic because it gets pretty congested. So our construction is in a good place. Some of the road construction around town is going to be a little dicey at the start of the year, and we're just going to have to work with families, and families are going to have to be patient because we're surrounded on 3 sides pretty much.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda is old business. We have no old business. So new business, we have an approval request for the 2024 proposed budget calendar.
Yeah, so in your packet is a copy of that proposed budget calendar. Nothing is drastically different from years past. We just use corresponding dates to meet the statutory deadlines and deadlines to work with the county council, who here's our budget and approves our budget. So it'd be my recommendation, the board approve that calendar.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Okay, hearing none, all in favor?
Right.
All opposed? Motion passes. Next item is other business. Do we have any other business to be discussed tonight? Okay. Last item is adjournment. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second. Okay, I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. Well, thank you, and be careful driving home.